Hey everybody, Rosematter here. Welcome to episode 12 of my Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel Let's Play. So Sakura is not doing well. Kirie did what he could to help her out, but as he said, she's basically on death's doorstep and she is a danger because she can't control the worm for much longer. She's going to go on a killing spree. And he kind of intentionally set that up so that she would be able to hear that, like Tosaka was going to go in and basically put her out of commission so she can't hurt anyone. So we did make the decision in the end that we're going to be on Sakura's side. So we tried to stop Tosaka. Sakura ended up running away from the church. We caught up to her and basically are like, all right, we're going to protect you. And now we've made an enemy of Tosaka for that reason. She's like, all right, well, you know what? You can take care of her if you want, but just make sure that she doesn't kill you. And if she kills any innocent people, that's on you too. So now our normal ally is against us now. So it's very different from the previous routes, and I like it. I do like how different this route is from the other ones. It feels like it's flipping the usual script on its head. So now with us siding with Sakura, we can only see what happens next, so let's get back into the story. Our clasped hands are really warm. Sakura's here, alive. That's all I care about now. I can't make Sakura uneasy by worrying about other things, but... Wait, I think Sakura's hand is too warm.
Sakura, もしかして熱がぶり返したか?
どうでしょう。私、暑いですか?
She must not know herself as she asks me a strange question.
いや、そんなに暑いわけじゃないけど、俺よりあったかいかな。なんか触ってるとポカポカしてくる。
きっと風邪です。ずっと雨に打たれてたから、それで風邪をひいたんだと思います。
I don't know why, but Sakura lowers her head in embarrassment.
そっか、そうだよな。じゃあ早く着替えて体を温めないと。夕飯は俺が作るから、Sakuraは熱を測って、風邪だったらあったかい格好で今に来ること。夕飯は食べやすいものにしとくから。
いえ、晩ご飯はいらないです。もう寝ますから、先輩もお休みください。
Sakura leaves in a hurry. Oh well, I'll catch a cold too if I stand here like this, so I should take a bath and warm myself up. I finished taking the bath and returned to my room. Now that I've changed out of my wet clothes, I finally feel like I'm home again. I sit down and let out a sigh while relaxing my shoulders. Today was a long day. Many things happened, and there were many ups and downs. I sort out the things I've lost from those I still have.
そうだ。Sakura、ライダーのマスターだったんだっけ?
It seems Sakura has given her right to Shinji, but she is Ryder's master now. And Ryder must be nearby, protecting Sakura.
そうだな。ライダーとはもう数回会っているし。あいつがサクラを守ってくれるなら、ちゃんと話しておかないと。
She's unapproachable because of her appearance, but I think she's understanding. I don't know when Sakura will be attacked by Zoken, so Ryder is the only one I can rely on. Well, according to Kotomine, Sakura's condition will get worse the more she uses her servant. So relying on Ryder is a last resort.
よし。明日になったらサクラに紹介してもらおう。ああ、けど、セイバーにやられたことを根に持ってそうだよな、あいつ。
My shoulders slump, but Ryder will be living here too, so I should at least greet her.
誰だ?
I raise myself so I can dodge instantly and glare at the shoji. Outside the room, I can see the silhouette of someone standing on the porch. There's no reply. The figure seems to be waiting for my reaction. Damn, there's nothing I can use as a weapon here. I guess I'll have to attack first before...
先輩、起きてますか?
なんだ、サクラか。
I sit back down. Man, She should have said something. What's wrong with her?
風呂なら好きに使っていいぞ。着替えなら藤姉のがあるだろ。
はい、お風呂はもうお借りしました。藤村先生の洋服も借りてます。
Now I'm really confused. I don't think there's anything else to ask. Oh boy, here we go.
入っていいですか？
いいけど、どうしたんだよ、改まって。
I feel like we got an H scene coming up. For those of you on Patreon, of course. The shuji opens, and the person entering the room is Sakura in normal clothes, acting strangely. I hear someone gulp. I realize that it's me and feel myself heating up. I cover my mouth with my hand and look away. This is bad. I looked away, but the urge to look at her is overwhelming. My heart is beating rapidly, and my head is so confused that it might run away unless I keep the reins on. In short, I'm about to go crazy. I don't know why, but Sakura is unnaturally beautiful right now. Sakura just stands there. I finally realize something else is strange.
Sakura, どうかしたのか？熱はどうだったんだ？やっぱり風邪か？
いえ、熱はありますけど、風邪じゃないんです。私が暑いのは病気じゃなくて。
Okay, either it's because of the worm or because of me. Sakura looks down awkwardly. The gesture almost makes me let go of the reins. Sakura acted like this from time to time over the last couple of days. I thought I'd grown used to noticing parts of her that I didn't know about, and that she's a girl my age. But I think this is on a different level entirely.
Sakura.
ダメなんです。先輩。もう私一人じゃ抑えられない。
抑えられないって何が？
私の中の。だって先輩と一緒に帰ってる時でも先輩の手が温かいなって思っただけで。
Sakura sways unsteadily. It looks like something more serious than just a fever.
私どうして先輩。
I can't think clearly. It's clear something is wrong with Sakura. In that case, I should take her hand and lead her back to her room, but I can't move. It's maddeningly silent. Sakura draws toward me as if... Okay, let's try this again. Sakura draws toward me as though blown by the wind. Her foot catches on the edge of the tatami mat and... Was that my cry or Sakura's murmur? Sakura collapses feebly. My feet move again. I move to help Sakura to her feet. Too late, I awkwardly catch Sakura. There's clearly something wrong with her body. She's burning up, but only her limbs are cold. Her body is feverish, but her arms and legs are bloodless. This is absolutely not an ordinary fever. This isn't caused by sickness, but a poison made by human hands. My gaze moves. Sakura is burying her face into my chest. There's a long silence. She doesn't make a sound, but Sakura is crying.
Sakura.
先輩はどうしてこんな私をかばってくれるんですか？私はとっくに蝕まれています。先輩が好きでも先輩のためになれない。なのにどうして遠坂先輩姉さんを敵にしてまで私を守ってくれるんですか？
The reason I protect Sakura, I don't even need to think about such a thing.
違う。俺の方がさくらにいてほしかったんだ。俺にはさくらが必要で、離れるなんて考えられなかった。だから、いくら遠坂がさくらの姉貴だって、おいそれと譲れるもんか。
それは家族としてですか？それともちゃんと一人の女の子として？
There's no way I can see her as family now. I've wanted Sakura by my side these past couple of days. No, for a long time. It's just that I can't lie to myself any longer.
なあ、俺、さくらが好きだ。
I say it clearly. It's ridiculous. When faced with the possibility of losing Sakura, my insignificant facade is finally stripped away. Sakura is trembling. No, maybe it's me who's trembling. Of course I'm nervous lying down with Sakura in my arms and confessing my feelings to her like this. I put just a little strength into my hands that are holding her. It's quiet. I thought I'd be more agitated, but after putting it into words, I feel completely calm.
さくら。
Sakura's shoulders are moving. Her head shakes as she faces into my chest. I told Sakura I love her, so I want to ask if she feels the same. Maybe I don't need to ask. From tomorrow on, we could spend the mornings together like usual. Her frailty takes my breath away. Her voice sounds even weaker than before. It's not the voice of someone feverish.
おい、さくら。
Sakura's on top of me, and something seems to be wrong with her. Not only is she feverish, there is something pitiful about her, as if she is enduring something.
さくら、おい、しっかりしろ。具合悪いのか。
Sakura's body is heating up, and at the same time her limbs are getting colder. It's probably like the worm being like, we need man. We need to take in the man for magical energy. I need to calm down. I can't help Sakura, but Tosaka. No, that's no good. And I'll take her back to the church. No, instead of taking Sakura there, I should call Kotomine here.
じっとしてろ。すぐ楽にしてやるから。
Then first, I should put her to bed. Sakura's clinging tightly to me. Her anguished expression makes me bite my lip. I told Sakura I love her, but I can't even do anything for her. Her incoherent mutter mixes pain and bashfulness. Our breathing quickens. Sakura's pained breath and mine as I listen to it. I can't stay calm being close to her. For now, she needs to sleep in a warm bed.
いいか、さくら。ちょっと。
Sakura refuses and tries to run away. No, she leans back and grabs my hand.
悪い、さくら。
違うんです。違うんです、先輩。だって私。
I thought Sakura didn't want to be touched, but that's not it. Sakura's behaving inconsistently. Her arm is gripping my hand and trembling as it tries to draw me toward her. But her upper body is trying to move away.
さくら。おい、さくら。
Maybe when it's like the cold limbs, maybe it's like they're basically out of her control, like she can't control her limbs.
そんなことしちゃう。先輩に嫌われちゃう。けど苦しくて先輩の手が温かくて。
My hand in Sakura's moves slowly towards her. I can't pull free. I can't let go of this frail, resisting hand.
先輩。ダメ。全然足りなくて。
I'm guessing it is. She doesn't have enough magical energy and she needs it from me. There's a captivating quality to Sakura's voice. Sakura brings my hand close and bites. I was gonna say that as a joke, that she was gonna bite him. As if looking for relief, she bites my finger. The surprise steals my strength away. Why is Sakura doing this? She bites into me. There's a slight pain in my fingertip. Sakura's teeth tear my skin, and pain and blood begin to pour out from the inside. My blood streams out. Sakura's shaking gradually slows. Her cold limbs start to gradually regain their warmth. She gulps. There is a tiny movement in her throat as she swallows the blood. So in the other version of this, the Patreon version, it's another thing that she gets from Shiro to help, I guess, get some of her energy back. I didn't know how they were gonna do that with, you know, this version. The tip of her tongue touches the wound. It makes a quiet sound as she drinks the red blood. My finger feels so pleasant, it's as if it's about to melt away. I feel the sensation of Sakura's lips and the occasional gentle touch of her tongue. But more than that, with every drop of blood that leaks from the wound, a sweetly pleasant feeling washes over me. I'm sure I felt the same pain somewhere before, but I can't remember what kind of experience it was. It feels so good that it seems like a bother to remember. He's only sucking my finger, but the comfortable sensation runs past my wrist and up to my elbow. It is as if the veins from my heart to my fingertip have been brought into sharp relief. The blood carrying my magical energy spills into Sakura's mouth, and I look objectively at the reality of the situation. Sakura is drinking my blood while holding back embarrassment, and her condition is improving. Then what is the problem in what she's doing? How much blood have I lost? Judging by the weakness from my loss of blood, I'm sure I've only lost as much blood as I would from a blood donation. Sakura gives my finger a final lick, and with a sound lets it fall away from her lips. We look at each other wordlessly. Sakura's condition seems to have returned to normal, but she still looks forlorn.
Sakura.
Finally, I call her name. I hold back the strange pleasure I felt from my finger and my unease about what just happened. With a start, Sakura lets go of my hand and jumps back.
Sakura. いや、答えられないなら構わないんだ。
ごめんなさい。
Her voice is so quiet, it's like it's about to disappear. When I turn to face her, Sakura hangs her head as though cowering, her hands in her lap. I love when this song plays because it's always like something bittersweet. It always makes me think of the end of the Roots when Saber goes away.
知ってますよね。先輩。私は魔導の家で魔術師として教育されました。血筋の違う私を魔導の魔術師にするため、おじいさまは私の体をいじったんです。その結果がこんな魔力が足りないとおかしくなる体なんです。
A dark rage towards Mato Zoken wells up within me. But even more than that, Sakura's passionate, pitiful speech fills my chest with pain.
魔術師の力が欲しくて、体の虫たちがうつき出すんです。そうなっちゃうと、私はどうしても我慢ができなくなる。虫たちが魔力を食べ尽くして、足りない、もっと欲しいって言ってるんです。だから、先輩の
血を飲んだのも、もしかして。
She gives a small nod. In this silence, it makes a very definitive answer.
魔術師の血にはよく魔力が溶けます。だから、先輩の血を飲みたくなったんです。飲めば魔力が補充できて、体の異常も収まるから。
I see. Going back to being Rider's master greatly increased Sakura's consumption of magical energy. She was able to live normally without difficulty up until now. But now even that takes up magical energy.
どうかしてますよね。先輩が顔を背けたくなるのも当たり前ですよね。先輩と一緒に帰った時からうつき出して、先輩のことしか考えられなくなって、先輩が私を助けてくれるのに、私は先輩から無理やり奪って。先輩、私おかしいですよね。
Her voice breaks. The wound Sakura gave me throbs with pain right to my heart.
先輩が抱きしめて心配してくれる時だって、私は先輩の血を飲みたがってた。先輩は私のことを一人の女の子として好きだって言ってくれたのに、 私は先輩の血を吸うことしか考えられなかった。虫たちが上げるうめき声しか聞けなかった。楽になりたい、早く楽になりたい。だから先輩が血が欲しいって。だから本当は先輩を好きじゃなくて、先輩の血が飲めるから好きになればいいんじゃないかって。ごめんなさい。こんな血を吸って楽になることしか考えない私は、先輩に好きになってもらう資格なんかない。
It's obvious. I don't even know why I should have to say it.
汚れてなんかない。さくらは綺麗だ。
I embrace her again and whisper, is it because Sakura's shaking and crying, or because I'm saddened that I can't cry for her?
バカ。血の少しくらいで嫌いになんかなるもんか。俺だってさくらのことが好きだった。今まで気がつかないふりをしてごまかしていたくらいにさくらは綺麗だ。だからそんな風に自分を責めるな。さくらの体がそうなのはさくらのせいじゃないんだから。
I stroke her shoulder. Sakura leans on my shoulder and sobs
それ
quietly.
にさ、さっき血を吸われてるとき嬉しかった。
そんな先輩。
I know he's gonna say it's because he was able to make her feel better, but all I can think is like it unlocked some kink in him. He's like, oh, I like bloodletting apparently.
おかしくないぞ。さくらの体を治せない俺でもさくらを楽にしてやれるんだって嬉しかったんだ。だから気にしないでくれ。俺にしてやれる唯一のことを嫌がられたら立つ瀬がないしな。
I pat Sakura on the back as if to cheer her up.
俺の血でよければいつでも言ってくれていい。それでさくらが楽になるのなら俺はそっちの方が嬉しいよ。
I'm glad I fell in love with Sakura, because even if it's just a little, it's something I can be proud of.
ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい先輩。私。
Sakura's apologizing. Each time I stroke her shoulder and tell her there's nothing to be sorry for. Sakura's shaking uncontrollably like a small child.
私先輩のことが好きです。好きだからこんな自分じゃダメなんだって。でも先輩が私のことを好きでいてくれるならお願いです。
うん。
私がまた苦しくなった時に先輩に助けてもらっていいですか。先輩の血を飲んでも私のことを嫌いになったりしませんか。
I stroke her head as I tell her it's all right. Sakura stops trembling and smiles through her tears.
私先輩を好きになってよかった。
She gives my cheek a light but deeply affectionate kiss. Touching the spot where her lips gently touched me, I go red just remembering it. We touched many times up until now, but now it feels embarrassing all of a sudden.
まあなんだ。
先輩。
We let go of each other and kneel face to face. Everything that's happened up until this point is flooding into my head all at once and I can't move. Sakura seems the same and our gazes roam restlessly around.
今日は本当にお世話になりました。私、部屋に戻ります。おやすみなさい。
Sakura stands up in a hurry. I have no reason to stop her, and I'm too embarrassed to anyway.
おやすみ、さくら。
はい。おやすみなさい、先輩。
The shoji slides shut and Sakura disappears. Now that I'm alone, I touch my cheek and my finger. The seriousness of Sakura's situation is inevitable, but when I remember what just happened, I feel really happy.
寝よ
I want to remember it some more, but there's a lot to do tomorrow, and I have to think about what to do about Tosaka, and there's Ryder, too. Plus, the Grail War isn't over yet, and I need to take down Mato Zoken, who is the source of all this trouble. So Sakura. See, I really am getting sleepy. My mind and body are both tired, so I need to sleep soundly now and give it my all from tomorrow onwards. I'm dreaming. I should be sleeping alone, but there's someone cuddling up to me. I'm too mentally and physically exhausted to be awake, and Sakura went back to her room. So I could only be sleeping beside Sakura in a dream. Even in my dreams, Sakura's drinking from me. That's how stimulating it was when she drank my blood. I want to tell her I love her. She repeated senpai over and over, desiring me, and I want to respond to her affection. Sakura's drinking from me. Even in my dreams, Sakura's drinking from me. I'm literally entranced. It's not enough. It would feel better if it were enough to break both of us. If creation is a gentle pleasure, then destruction is an intense one. You see, they're both an undeniable catharsis. What am I thinking? That's completely inhuman. My vision wavers. Sakura's not there. Sakura was drinking from me, but all of a sudden, I'm being eaten by something strange. Is he gonna have like an image of the black shadow? It's hot. My foothold is melting. I'm sinking into a scalding hot mire and drowning knowing this is Sakura's body heat. I have a violent dream. I have an ominous dream in a sea of hot coal tar. I open my eyes. While staring up at the ceiling, I raise my arm and let it fall to the futon. I keep my eyes on the ceiling in a daze, not bothering to get up. My body feels dull. I'm not awake yet, and I feel like I need more rest. Even though it's morning already, I really don't feel like getting up. I try to recall what happened. Then, at the very least, my sleepiness is blown away in an instant. I look beside me. No one is beside me. All I see is my lazy arm. So Sakura's already awake. Then she should be in the kitchen. Knowing her, I bet she's preparing breakfast and letting me sleep in. And she always pushes herself if I don't stop her. I raise myself up. Immediately, dizziness assails me. Oh, my body sure feels heavy. Maybe I'm fatigued. A lot certainly did happen yesterday, but I don't think what happened last night would make me this tired. I haven't been training for nothing. It must be because I didn't get that much sleep. First of all, Sakura's in a worse state, and she's pushing herself even harder, so I can't be resting just because I feel a bit tired. Mustering my resolve, I get out from the futon. And I get dizzy again. It's not because of fatigue. It's because when I look toward the doorway, I remember what happened last night. Crap. If this is causing me to blush, how in the hell can I greet Sakura? I take another deep breath to prepare myself. It's all right. I've simulated it many times in my head. It's nothing difficult. I've greeted her numerous times before, so it's weird to be nervous. All right, I'm going. I put gasoline into my empty tank. I turn the key, kick the gas pedal, and enter the living room where Sakura is. Then, Sakura, who I thought would still be in the kitchen, is in the living room putting breakfast on the table.
Sakura.
I try to say something, but my head is blank. This is bad. It's bad to have silence so early in the morning. No, more than that, as a man, I can't trouble a girl.
Sakura. 朝ごはん美味しそうだな。
I talk stupidly. Wait, this greeting isn't any different from the earlier one, you idiot. I think Sakura's response is the same as well. She looks at me in surprise, evidently thinking the same thing. To her, I must look the same way. Thinking about it makes me relax. We were both nervous, but we were looking forward to seeing each other.
3度目になるけど、おはよう、さくら。
I give a natural smile and greet her again, the instant she sees me relax.
はい。おはようございます、先輩。
And so our awkward breakfast
じゃ、
starts.
いただきます。
はい。いただきます。
Even though we can do all the formal bleh. Even though we can do all the usual formalities, I'm still nervous. I eat restlessly. Sakura must have gotten over it as she's eating in a good mood. Are girls stronger in this regard?
どうかしました？お味噌汁のおかわりですか？
いや、まだ一杯目。けどうまいぞ。すごくうまい。
今朝のは自信作ですから喜んでもらえて嬉しいです。
Her smile makes me choke. It's embarrassing to be blushing when Sakura's already composed, so I start eating to hide it. And so our awkward breakfast
じゃ、
starts.
いただきます。
はい、いただきます。
Even though we can do all the usual formalities, I'm still nervous. I eat restlessly. Sakura must have gotten over it as she's eating in a good mood. Are girls stronger in this regard?
どうかしました？お味噌汁のおかわりですか？
いや、まだ一杯目。けどうまいぞ。すごくうまい。
はい、今朝のは自信作ですから喜んでもらえて嬉しいです。
Her smile makes me choke. It's embarrassing to be blushing when Sakura's already composed, so I start eating to hide it. I put down the empty bowl, but the side dishes are still untouched. It was all I could do to finish the rice and miso soup. I don't even want to think about eating anything else. But it can't be helped. Forgive me, Sakura. I want to get away from here and give myself a chance to calm down.
先輩、今朝のは口に合いませんか？
Strategic retreat failed. It seems I'm the only one who didn't... Sorry, it seems like I'm the only one who didn't notice that there's no escape. I hand her the bowl silently.
はい、おかわりですね。いっぱい作りましたからたくさん食べてください。
I take the refilled bowl and resume breakfast. I guess it can't be helped. I'll prepare myself. I'll just have to deal with the fact I'm blushing, and I won't make excuses for looking at every move Sakura makes. But still...
さくら、ちょっと彼女は問題があるんじゃないのか。
先輩、問題って何ですか？
She looks at me in wonder. In other words... Oh, hi. It seems the presence of Ryder sitting silently next to her doesn't bother Sakura at all. I like to imagine during our night last night, she was just perched on the ceiling watching to make sure that Sakura's okay.
だから問題っていうのは。
Talk about a third wheel. I take a look at Ryder. She must have realized she's out of place.
私に気を払う必要はありません。食事を続けて結構です。
Her elegance is a match for Sakura's.
先輩、彼女のことが気になってたんですか？
そのようですね。確かに彼とは何度か争った仲です。食事の場に旧敵がいては落ち着かないのでしょう。
そんなことないです。先輩、ライダーを恨んでなんかいないもの。
This is troubling. I don't have a grudge against her, but she has a rank of A+ in terms of people I cannot get along with.
どうでしょうか。彼の食事が進まないのは私がいるからのようです。
だからそんなことないです。ね、先輩はライダーがいても構いませんよね。
About that, I'm troubled. I'm troubled, so... Okay, I really like her. I really find her hard to deal with. More importantly, do you want something to eat, Ryder? So I do want to pick I really like her.
わかった。本当のことを言う。けど、その前に断っておきたい。俺は お世辞もご機嫌取りもうまくできないから、そのあたり配慮してくれると助かる。
I stare at Ryder. I can't imagine what she's thinking, but it seems she knows I'm
は
serious.
っきり言うぞ。俺はライダーを恨んでなんていないし、一緒に飯を食うのだって構わない。ただ、苦手なだけで、ライダーのことはかなり好きだ。
I tell her straight, fighting down my nervousness.
まさかあなたは私が恐ろしくないのですか？
そりゃおっかない。おっかないけど、今は味方だろ。あんたには一度助けられてるし、学校の時だってさくらを守るために戦ったんだ。そんなあんたを嫌いになれるわけがない。本当に苦手なんだけどな。
私には理解できない。ですが嘘をついているようにも見えない。
だから怖いってば。あんたがどれだけ物騒なサーバントなのかは身に染みてるからな。けどまあ根はちゃんとしてるっていうか、どことなくさくらに似てるんだよ、ライダーは。だから信用できるし、これからもさくらを守ってやってほしい。苦手だけどな。
Ugh, it feels like I'm confessing my love to her. She might ask me again if I keep looking at her, so I'll turn away and evade the... Wait. Crap, what am I saying in front of
さく
Sakura?
ら、違うぞ。今のは好きか嫌いかの話で、別にそういった話じゃ。
知りません。先輩が浮気症で綺麗な女の人に弱いってことは分かりましたけど。
Wow, is this the first time I've seen her this
待
angry?
てさくら、落ち着け。ライダーが好きだっていうのは人間として好きだってことで、別に女の人だからってわけじゃないぞ。さくらだってライダーのことを信頼してるんだろ。それと同じだ。
We know from the first route that I don't have any issue with being romantic with servants, so maybe Sakura does have something to worry about.
大体な、綺麗だって言うけど、俺にとってはさくらの方が綺麗であって、さくらに比べたらライダーなんて。
Wait, I just felt hostility from
そ
Ryder.
の負けないぐらい美人なわけで、どっちが綺麗だとかそういう見方はしちゃいけないと思う。
This is bad. I feel like I'm hastening the inevitable with each word I speak.
やめよう。こういう話はうちの食卓にふさわしくない。話題の切り替えを提案する。
I raise both my hands and appeal. You could also interpret it as surrender.
いいえ、話は終わっていません。いい機会ですから先輩の本心を追求したいと思います。
Damn, Sakura, one night with you and all of a sudden you're just becoming like the jealous girlfriend.
さくらに賛成します。私としては正直ですが、物事は明確にするべきです。
They both lean forward.
先輩、私とライダー、どっちが好みなんですか？先輩の気持ちなんですから、わからないなんてことはないはずです。
さくらの言う通りです。私としては正直ですが、あなたの答えには興味がある。
Ugh.
さあ、答えを口にしてください。
I feel my back touch the wall behind me. There's no retreat, and I'm going to make one of them mad the instant I open my mouth. Why would Ryder be mad? She said that it's not important to her. But the problem isn't an instantaneous one. This problem I've encountered will continue looming over me in the future. Sakura and Ryder. Maybe it's just woman's sense of solidarity, but they sure are alike. Breakfast is over and it's now 9 o'clock. I skipped school today. Things are getting serious, so I have no intention of going to school until the Holy Grail War ends. My only reason to go to school was to meet Tosaka. Now that the reason is gone, there is no meaning in going outside, and most of all, it is so weird to be playing a route where we are actually, like, Tosaka is our enemy, like our true enemy, not just where she says she's our enemy, but then she helps us out the whole time. It's too dangerous to have Sakura go outside. Sakura has been looking healthy enough, but we don't know when she will collapse like she did yesterday. Although she recovered thanks to Kotomine's treatment, she's walking a thin line. I don't know what Zoken intends to do, but I can't let Sakura meet him in her unstable condition. The crest worm is activated, it'll be all over. Shinji did it using a drug, but for Zoken, the one who put the crest worm there, should be easy to activate just by looking at her. Kotomine said it too, that Sakura won't last long, that I'm the only one who knows about this. I can't tell Sakura or Tosaka. I have to end the war before Sakura finds out what I'm doing. I don't have the power to save her, but the Holy Grail, the thing that is said to grant any wish, should easily be able to save her.
先輩、さっきから怖い顔して変ですよ。学校は休んじゃいましたし、ゆっくりしていいと思いますけど。
いや、休むのは戦いが終わってからにしよう。今は戦いに勝つことだけを考えないと。
先輩、戦いってまだ続ける気なんですか？
I'm taken aback by her uneasy tone. I vaguely understood, but Sakura doesn't want to fight. She should know the Holy Grail is the best way to cure her, but she's not even considering it. Hatred of battle. Sakura is terrified of harming others. She's right, and I have no intention of contradicting her. Sakura can stay that way. What if I took over Ryder for a little bit and be like, well, I'm not afraid to fight. I'm the one who's made her cry all this time. Therefore, it's my job to fight for her. Oh, maybe I will take Ryder.
ああ、戦いは続ける。話し合いで済めばそうするけど、そうは言ってられないだろう。造剣が桜を解放するとは思えないし、桜には悪いけど、あいつに聖杯は渡しちゃいけないと思う。残ったマスターは4人。俺はこの中から桜を勝たせて、桜に聖杯を使ってもらう。
そう言ってもらえるのは嬉しいです。けど、先輩、遠坂先輩と戦えるんですか？
あいつが邪魔をするなら戦う。まあ、本当は聖杯なんて物騒なもんはあいつに任せたいんだけどな。あいつならきちんと鞘に収められるし、桜を助けてくれるだろうし。
そうでしょうか。あの人は魔術師です。私みたいに弱い人間のことなんて考えてくれないと思います。
I can't say it's not true. Tosaka is a nice person. I already know that. But with that aside, Tosaka is a magus. Last night, she said she would kill Sakura. Even though that might be the only choice at the time, she was willing to take it. So, if the Holy Grail turns out not to be able to save Sakura, she would surely use the Holy Grail, something far superior to Archer, to kill Sakura.
そうだな。けど、それでも遠坂にはできないよ。あいつに桜は殺せない。
どうしてそう思うんですか？先輩は。
いや、確証はないけど、あいつは根っこですごいやつだからな。あいつが選ぶ未来はきっと誰も失わないとんでもなくハッピーな世界なんだと思う。だから大丈夫。
I'm half expecting Sakura to be like, oh, you think Tosaka is an amazing person? Do you think she's prettier than me? Do you think she's better than me?
遠坂は最後には絶対桜を助けるよ。
Oh gosh.
遠坂先輩が。
Was I right about that? Is she gonna be all jealous about Tosaka? Think that I like her?
いいえ、何でもありません。先輩がそう言うなら、私も信じてみます。
ああ、けど正直あいつ任せってのは情けないし、譲りたくない。桜を守るのは俺でいたいんだ。
I chose to lead Sakura's way, so I can't give that role to anyone else. I'm going to do my best to make Sakura happy.
先輩、気持ちは嬉しいです。だけど先輩はもう戦える状態ではないと思います。セイバーさんもいなくなって、
It's just still wild to me, Saber's
先
gone.
輩とも対立してしまった。先輩はもう聖杯戦争に関わる必要はありません。だから今まで通り、どうか先輩の日常に戻ってください。私のせいで先輩が傷つくのは嫌。
バカ。そんなの桜のせいじゃない。俺はやりたいからやるんだし、今さら降りられる戦いでもない。 そんなのさくらだって分かってるだろ。
I participated in this war, Saber's master. I didn't become a master because I was dragged into it. I became a master by choice. Then I can't withdraw now. I'll fight even if I have to do it alone. I'll see this conflict to its end. This is also my atonement for Saber, who lost her life fighting for my selfish goals.
じゃあ先輩はどうしても。
戦いはやめない。そのためにこれから今後の方針を決めようと思う。ライダーもいいか？
構いません。あなたの意見は正しい。
So maybe I will take Ryder as like a, you know, a temporary. I don't know. I don't know how this would work if I was able to like use Ryder, because I don't have any command spells. Like she would have to volunteer to basically do what I tell her to do and be like I'm borrowing a servant. Sakura agrees with silence. Good. It seems she
よ
understands.
し。じゃあこれからの話なんだけど、その前に。
I glance at Ryder. I'm getting used to her presence, but I want to do something about this.
何でしょうか？
その目、うちにいる時ぐらい目隠しを取ったらどうだ？
Well, we know based on. Did it happen? I can't remember if it only happened during the bad end that I got when Ryder took off her blindfold, or if we know what she's capable of doing.
お前の魔眼はもう知ってるんだし、無理に隠す必要ないだろう。
I'm assuming he knows about them, but he didn't actually see, like in the route that I'm playing right now where I didn't get the bad end, that he doesn't realize just how powerful they are. Isn't it uncomfortable?
つまり私が美観を損ねると。
まあ、端的に言えばそうなる。その格好はともかく、目隠しは大変だろ。せっかく綺麗なんだし、暑苦しいのは取ったらどうだ？
Why is that your concern? I thought it would be more a thing like I can't trust someone whose eyes I can't see or something, but what is this stuff about beauty?
だそうです、マスター。あなたの意見次第では私も考えますが。
What's with them being like, you look prettier? It'd be like the you look prettier if you smile thing. Like, what? I don't understand. This doesn't feel like this is an appropriate conversation considering everything that's going on.
そんなの絶対ダメ。
Wait, why is Sakura objecting so desperately?
なんで？さくらだってライダーが目隠ししてたら困るんじゃないのか？
困りません。大体ですね。ライダーの目は魔眼なんですよ。ちょっとした弾みで魔術にかかっちゃったらどうするんですか？
はあ、かかるのか、ライダー。
かかります。私の目は魔眼というよりは邪眼ですから。私本人が魔力をセーブしたところであなたを対象外にするのは難しい。
なんだそれ。ライダー、自分の目をコントロールできないのか？
できませんね。それゆえの称号です。ですが昨日ほどの効果は望めないでしょう。
Okay, so he does know that.
あなたは私の魔眼が石化だと
He
知
has
ってい
seen
る。
them.
不意打ちによる認識洗浄は弱まっていますから、体が硬直するスピードは落ちるはずです。
そっか。あ、じゃあ昨日みたいにいきなり体が麻痺するってのはないのか？
状況によります。あなたが気を抜いていれば魔眼の効果は上がるでしょう。
要するに気を抜かなければいいんだな。なら問題ないじゃないか。万が一魔眼にとらわれてもライダーは味方なんだからすぐに解除してくれるだろうし。
そうですね。私はあなたの命は取りません。そういった意味で言えば何の危険もありませんが。
ダメったらダメです。ライダーの目は石化だけじゃないんだから。
そうでしたね。では封印はこのままにしておきましょう。
Sakura lets out a sigh of relief. I don't really understand, but it seems Ryder is going to keep her blindfold on.
そうか。気になるけど、 ライダー本人がいいって言うならいいか。
ええ、素顔を晒すのは嫌いです。以後この件には触れないように。
Where did her previously lightheartedness go? Ryder is suddenly acting cold now. She's hard to understand. I guess I just can't get along with her all that well.
話を戻そう。今後の方針だけど、とりあえずさくらはうちから出ないこと。ゾウケンと直接会うのは危険だからな。あのじいさんとはこっちで肩をつける。
その考えは正しいですが、あなたはどうやってあの魔術師を倒すのです？何？
I hesitate to answer if she asks me like that. There are several possibilities, but I haven't put any thought into them.
それは
The choice will likely determine our fate. There are many choices. Of them all, the most realistic and reliable method would be, here we
他の
go.
マスターと協力すべきだと思う。
Oh, I thought I was going to give me an option there.
事情を話せば味方
It's gotta be
と
Ilya,
までは
right?
いかないにしても、ゾウケンを倒すのに手を貸してくれるかもしれない。
他のマスターって遠坂先輩ですか？
あ、いや、遠坂じゃない。俺、バーサーカーのマスターとは知り合いなんだ。イリアって言うんだけど、あの子なら話せばちゃんと聞いてくれる。
And to be honest, I can't leave her by herself. Leaving Tosaka aside, I don't know what Zoken will do. He's the kind of guy that would implant a worm in Sakura and force her to fight. Ilya and Berserker should be many times stronger than Zoken in combat, but we're talking about that monster. I'm sure he'll use any means possible precisely because he can't beat them in combat. So even those two should be careful.
バーサーカー、あなたはあの強戦士が我々の味方になると？
味方とまではいかないにしろ、しばらくは見逃してもらえる。それに、協力は無理でも忠告ぐらいはしておきたい。
The girl that came to this town alone, Ilya was raised as a master and crowned with the name Einsburn, so she is not a total stranger to me.
そうですか。けど先輩、そのイリアって人の居場所はわかるんですか？
ああ、前に見せられた。道順は記憶している。広い森なんで想像通りにはいかないだろうが、半日もあればたどり着けるはずだ。
半日。それって今から行くってことですよね。
そうだな。ゼンは急げって言うし、今から行けば夜までには帰ってこれる。
I was pressed to make a decision, but this is good. Ilya helped me yesterday, so I want to thank her for that. And it might prove fatal for her if I don't tell her about Mato Zoken and that mysterious shadow.
行ってくる。できるだけ早く帰ってくるから、さくらは部屋で休んでいてくれ。
わかりました先輩。それならせめてライダーを連れて行ってください。何かあっても必ずライダーが守ってくれますから。
あ、そうか。その方が
Problem
安全だよ
is,
な。
that leaves Sakura completely defenseless if Zoken figures out where she is. But I can't agree to that. Sakura's also in danger. No, she is in greater danger because she can't oppose Zoken if she meets him.
いや、ライダーはさくらを守ってやってくれ。もしゾウケンが来たら、魔力を消費する戦闘は避けて、さくらを抱きかかえて逃げること。ライダーの足なら追いつかれることはないだろう。
Ryder nods obediently, apparently thinking the same thing.
ライダーだってそう言ってる。今回、さくらはお留守番だ。
けど先輩だって危険です。あの森は今。
心配すんな。危ないって思ったらすぐに逃げる。それに、イリアはマスター以外に興味はないんだ。マスターじゃなくなった俺が言っても危険はない。
I pat her on the shoulder and leave the living room. Well, I'll go to the shed first and find something I can use as a weapon. Sakura sees me off as I go. shinai bag with 2 wooden swords inside and another bag filled with light food are the only things I'm carrying. I didn't bring a map or a compass. It's a route Ilya showed me with her magic, so all I can rely on is my memory and my instinct.
10時前。タクシーで1時間、森の中を歩いて4時間。
I hope that's all the time it will take. I'll ask the taxi driver to go slow and find the entrance to the forest. I'll get off the taxi when I find the entrance and continue on foot from there. I'll make it to Ilya's castle before sunset if I take the shortest route. I'll figure out what to do next once I've met Ilya.
シロ、
Wait. Is that Saber? Then I hear a familiar voice from behind me. It sounds practical and cold depending on how you hear it, but my name is said politely with as much intimacy as she can show. I almost say the name voicing my impossible wish.
待ちなさい。出立の前に話があります。
That did sound like Saber. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that.
ライタ
I turn around and accept reality. Ryder's in front of me. The girl who used to call me with that tone is no longer in this world.
いいけど、なんだ。こっちも急いでるからな。手短に頼む。
私の質問は一つだけです。あなたはさくらを守ると言った。その理由を私はまだ聞いてはいません。エミヤシロ。
それ、俺は信用できないってことか。
ええ。私はさくらほどあなたを知っているわけではありませんから。
That's a natural question. Ryder protects Sakura, not me. As a potential ally, she just wants to know my intentions.
一度しか言わないから、この手の質問はこれっきりにしてくれ。もったいぶってるんじゃなくて、人前で言うようなことじゃないからな。いいか、俺はさくらが好きだ。それだけじゃない。昨日の夜、さくらに魔力を。
そのようですね。朝、さくらの魔力は安定していました。外部からの供給がなければ、さくらはまた熱にうなされていたでしょう。それが何か？
それだけだ。俺はさくらが好きだ。さくらを守る理由はそれだけだ。自分が好きになった女を守るのは男として当然だろ
う。では、あなたはさくらのために戦うのですね。目的はあくまでさくらの体を救うため。
いや、するよ。聖杯が何であるかは知らないけど、それがさくらを幸せにしてくれるんだったらいくらでも使ってやる。
さくらを幸せにする？
そうだよ。今までさくら一人を苦しめてきた。だからその分、どんな手を使っても幸せにしてやりたい。
Ryder just stands there without saying anything. It seems she understands why I'm embarrassed to tell people about this.
よし。ライダーの質問に答えたんだから、今度はこっちの番だ。要望があるんだけど、聞いてくれるか？
ええ。私にできる範囲でなら聞き届けますが。
あ、簡単なことだ。さっきの呼び方だけど、白って発音じゃなくて、違うアクセントにしてくれないか？
うん。わかりました。白でいいのですか？
いや、それじゃ白だ。もうちょっと、なんていうか。
白ではなく
Ryder struggles as she practices pronouncing my name. I guess this won't work. I pushed her too hard and troubled her. She has a sharp image because of her blindfold and her black clothing, but Ryder is actually sociable. I'm just guessing, but I think Ryder is a klutz in her private life.
ごめんな。元のままでいいよ。
白。うん。発音はこれでいいのですね。白。
あ、 文句なしだ。悪いな、俺のわがままに付き合わせて。
わがまま。あなたは素人と呼ばれることが不快なのでしょう。なら私に発音を訂正させるのは正しいと思いますが。
まさかさっきの呼び方は好きだった。
It almost feels like he's got a thing for Ryder the way he's talking. I know that's not the case, but that's right. I liked it, so I don't want anyone else saying it the same way. I know it's a stupid thing to care about, but she was the only one I wanted to hear call me like that.
本当にただのわがままなんだ。ライダーが悪いわけじゃない。
わかりました。あなたがそう言うのなら私も理由は問いません。
あ、それじゃあ行ってくる。さくらのことをよろしくな、ライダー。
I wave to Ryder and start running. I'll go to the intersection and catch a cab. Then I'll go to the suburbs and look for the forced entrance that I only saw once. And she's left alone. There's no reason for the boy to fight. The one who is no longer a master walks into danger, while she, the danger's cause, is resting. That fact depresses her even more.
彼は森に向かいました。後悔しているのですか、さくら。
The servant asks her master. The girl does not nod, but narrows her eyes and shakes her head once.
後悔なんてできないでしょ、ライター。そんなもの今さら何の意味もない。
そうですね。確かに意味のない質問でした。
ええ。けど辛いことだけじゃない。私ね、不謹慎だって分かってるのに嬉しいの。先輩が私のために何かしてくれるのは純粋に嬉しいから。
But her face is filled with agony. The mouth that says she's happy is heavy, as if bound by a feeling of guilt.
けどそれは間違ってる。おじい様は容赦なんてしない。先輩が戦う限り常に死の危険性がある。それに
It's troubling for her if he stays in the war any longer. It will bring a bad fate down upon both of them. That's why she wants him to simply return to his normal life. She'll not last long. That being the case, she wants him to live. But at the same time, she clings to hope. For as long as he fights, she can be with him. No, it delights her that the person she loves is fighting and getting hurt for her sake. She doesn't want him to fight, but having him fight makes her happy. The two contradictory wishes compete for control within her.
嘘。結婚なんてしてないくせに。
With a pained murmur, she acknowledges the darkness within her. Yes, she wants him to fight. She wants him to save her. She wants him to answer her to make up for all the times he did not. For that reason, he can get hurt. And she thinks about something she shouldn't. Ooh, I love seeing this dark aspect of her. I wonder if every time she has the dark thoughts like that, if that, like, activates the worm inside her. She clutches her chest, as if responding to her dark passions, the worm within her stirs against her nerves. It was only for an instant. She imagined him getting hurt for a mere instant, and the worm has begun to violate her once again. Wriggle, 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 wriggle. The squirming in her body makes her ears ring. It melts into her blood, causing a chill to run through her body. The feeling stimulates her, and she thinks her body is lewd and evil. The worm that melted into her blood becomes an aphrodisiac, heating up her body. The waves threaten to wash her consciousness away. She always thinks with her heated head that her limbs are too dirty to be called human limbs. Sexual desire easily fills her body, and she clings on the ground in a vulgar manner. Her panting does not stop, and her hips wriggle like mucus. It is no different from the thing entangling her nerves. The worm violates her nerves the more she tries to deny it. Her consciousness is melted away, and she feels like she is a worm herself. And in the end, an ominous feeling dominates her whole body.
Sakura.
大丈夫。私はまだ平気です。それよりお願いライダー。どうか先 先輩についていってあげて。
命令ならば従います。ですがさくら、あなたの体とて長くはない。私を行使するということはあなたの余命を削ることです。
どうせ長くないもの。私今はちゃんとしてるけど、気を抜くとね、自分が何をしていたかわからなくなるの。日に日に記憶が曖昧になって、手足の感覚もない。時間の感覚だってもうバラバラで、一日が長く続いてくれないんだ。今朝だってなんか先輩を見送ってから1週間ぐらい経ってる気がするの。
She says it as if it's nothing. She's accepted death. She's fighting the ugliness of clinging to hope, and she has ordered her to protect him.
承知しました。主の命に従い、エミやシローを護衛します。
Yep, Sakura's definitely gonna get kidnapped by Zoken while Ryder is gone.
ありがとう。ごめんねライダー。私がダメになったらすぐに新しい人と契約して。先輩はちょっと嫌だけど、ライダーならいいかな。
She forces a smile. The servant in black nods and turns her back to her master.
良くない風です。宝具を使用することになりますが、構いませんね。
危なくなったら先輩を連れ帰ってきて。
分かっています。けれどさくら、私はあの老人ではなく、あの神父こそを注意すべきだと思うのですが。
Yeah, it could be also like she could be the vessel, right? So if it's not Zoken, maybe Kyrie is going to kidnap her. Someone's going to take her. Ryder speaks without looking back. That's a surprise for her. The servant doesn't state her opinions. She silently does as she's told. She's never shown concern for her the way she does now.
そうね。私も本当はそう思うわ。
She murmurs as if singing. Her grief dispelled, she is now filled with languorous
け
elegance.
ど安心してライダー。だってあの人私には勝てないもの。
She smiles like a girl picking flowers. Well, certainly a short episode, but an interesting one. It was only a matter of time before we got that scene with, you know, Shiro and Sakura. And oddly enough, I wasn't sure how to feel about them as like a romantic couple. I think the whole thing with her being younger, and I didn't know too much about her at the time in like the previous roots, but I don't know, I like them together. I don't know if it's my favorite romance. I do like kind of Tosaka and Shiro. I feel like they bounce off each other really well, and they're very like an animated, kind of like an old married couple who argue with each other. But I do kind of like this protectiveness, like the prince and the princess. But as we saw at the end there, Sakura, she's not exactly a wilting flower. She definitely has her dark thoughts. She seems confident in herself when she said that he won't beat her. And now with Ryder going off to protect Shiro, I feel like it's only a matter of time that Sakura is going to be taken by someone. But is it going to be Zoken? Is it going to be Kyrie? Is Tosaka going to end up coming by? Or maybe Sakura is going to get kidnapped and Tosaka will put her feelings aside and go and help out her sister. I don't know how much is left of this, but it feels like this is kind of the turning point now. Well, it was the turning point when Sakura became Ryder's true master, but now it feels like with Sakura being on her own and she is vulnerable and she's sick and she's going to be dying soon. Things could go in so many different directions, but we'll just see which way it does go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned next week for episode 11. Or, sorry, episode 13. 13. All right, guys. See you next time. Bye. Shoutouts to my top tier patrons: Salieri, Revealing Storm, Amlife, Icognito, Saturn Sins, Doubless91, Harry Gazip, Kenju Storm, and Lynn's VA.